Go to a place where you can't speak the language. Try food you have never seen before. Live in conditions completely foreign to you. Go love children who have never had a family. Experience culture. Love more, serve more, smile, cry, make memories, return to change. That, my friends, is the experience found in volunteering abroad with OSO. These are the words of a young girl who decided, like me, to make her summer worthwhile and serve for the Orphanage Support Services Organization, or more fondly known as OSO. So let me tell you why OSO is so special, what it's like to be a volunteer, and how you can get involved. OSO isn't a big government agency. There isn't a lot of big salary pays, and it's just a small organization. Dr. Rex Head and his wife were on a volunteer trip helping orphanages in Ecuador when they noticed that the children who could run and scream for help got all the attention, while the severely disabled were often ignored and forgotten. So they began an orphanage for special needs children, the ones forgotten. They started with 12 disabled children, and today have many more orphan children have come to this place they call home. Sheila Cascade, a New York State Senator, volunteers her time in the orphanages in Ecuador and noticed the demand is great. She commented that Ecuador has 21,000 children who are orphans and 300,000 disabled children born. There's 35% of them that are left abandoned by their families. Abandoned but not forgotten, thanks to OSO volunteers. Now that you know how wonderful OSO is, let me tell you what you need to know to become a volunteer. So, who can volunteer? Well, you can. Volunteers can be individuals, married couples, families, or groups. You can come short-term, like a few days or a few weeks, or long-term for like a month or a summer or even longer. There's no specific experience needed. You don't need to speak Spanish. You'll learn maybe a few survival words, but a warm smile is all you need. Volunteers must pass a background check. You need the usual immunizations and typhoid fever and hepatitis A and B. There are some expenses, such as airfare and the program costs, which is room and board. There's also a $500 donation, but 100% goes directly to the needs of the children. And also will help you put on fundraisers to raise the donation money needed. But it really isn't that much to give when you consider what they receive. Dr. Head tells of one baby girl who was able to receive a life-changing surgery through these donations. She endured 3 surgeries, 10 x-rays, a body cast, and a brace. However, it gave her the gift of walking. Many orphanages would have not detected this, nor have the money for the treatment. Without the treatment, by a certain age, she would have been crippled for life. Thanks to these generous donors, OSO continues to have these miracles. So as a volunteer, are you ready to roll up your sleeves and get to work? As one volunteer warned, it's hard at first, but don't give up. This will be the greatest experience of your life. So volunteers put in 8-hour days. It's a day of the life of a child. They get dressed, you feed them, you bathe them, you change their diapers, you also provide therapy and help them reach development goals. And let's not forget, they always want to play. But that's the fun part. Whether it's activities, crafts, or even sports. Although many children are disabled and most teens are in wheelchairs, but hey, that never stopped us from having a great game of soccer with the volunteers pushing the wheelchairs down the field and everyone laughing and having fun. I guarantee you'll drop in bed each night and fall asleep before your head hits the pillow. But you'll sleep satisfied that you did something wonderful for someone else. That someone else most likely draws you silly pictures, hugs your legs, and calls you friend. According to Arnold Schiebel, a psychiatrist of UCLA, everyone we know indicates that being busy, having a sense of commitment, a sense of being something other than passive and useless, is very positive for health. I truly believe in this. I've never felt so tired, but felt so good. Now you know what it takes to be a volunteer, so let's get you involved. If you have any questions or would like to be a volunteer, you can visit this website, www.orphanagesupport.org. If you can't get to Ecuador, I know it's a little bit hard, but there are still ways you can help. OSO happily receives donations and supplies, such as shampoo, hand soap, and other things that are needed. And if groups are looking for a service project, they love these quiet books that you can make for the children. And the rest of the supplies are on the website. Now, in conclusion, you know what's so special about OSO and what it's like to be a volunteer. And now you know how you can get involved and make a difference. As one OSO volunteer so profoundly observed, people say they want to change the world. At times, I feel like I am one of them. I know it's a hefty goal, and changing the world may be unrealistic. However, with a passionate heart, you can change one life at a time. Just don't be surprised if one of those changed lives ends up being your own. Thank you.